Hello and welcome to the season finale at Phoenix Apex Sim Sports Championship finale for Speedzone Season 2. We got the championship competitors Randy Arms and Nathaniel Landwehr going to be going at it within 2 points. And we're going to go ahead and get a quick interview with each of them before the night gets started. So first up, we're going to go ahead and talk to Randy. Drag him in here. Randy, do you got a copy?
I got you.
Well, coming into this race, you're 2 points behind Nathaniel. Tell us what are you gonna need to do to get it done, and how confident are you with that 8 Camaro tonight?
Uh, I think it's pretty simple. Just got to outrun him. It's he's obviously quick. He's fast in practice here. I haven't really tried to get a really fast lap, but yeah, just gotta. This track can be kind of, I guess, kind of 50-50, either a lot of cautions or none. We tend to trend on more of the none cautions, so gotta try to be good on the long run. So yeah, just gonna try to outrun him. Try to beat him in the stage to put me in a better spot for, or say later on in the race. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
Well, we know obviously your league and everything. How fun has it been throughout the season with the points battle, the rounds and the playoffs and everything like that? How fun has it been? And what have you learned throughout the season with as competitive as this field has been with everybody that has been racing?
Yeah, I'm just glad. We've had a good turnout. All year. The last few races, drivers kind of fall off, but for the most part, we've had pretty good field. So just glad that everyone's or say stuck around for the most part this year. And yeah, just we got a lot of fast guys in this league. So anytime you can get on here and can run up front and battle for wins, that's pretty satisfying. Mm, or say still learning, or say every time I get out on the track, especially when you got someone like Nate and them out there, they do a lot more or say racing on here than I do. I mainly just do or say the league stuff and some special events here and there. So when I go out there and you can follow them around and learn some stuff, so that's always fun.
Well, we're going to wish you good luck. You got 30 seconds till qualifying. Hopefully, be talking to you later and see if you can get that championship tonight.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Randy Arms there, P2 coming into the points. We have, we'll go ahead and let qualifying start. I do want to introduce my friend Nick Seipel in the booth with me tonight. Alex wasn't able to make it, so called up Nick, who's done some broadcasting as well. So how's it going there, Nick?
It's going good, and I'm excited to watch this race. Excited to see these guys battle for this championship. It should be a really fun one, and glad to be up here with you.
Yeah, I know we haven't you haven't been in the broadcast booth all season, but this league is one of the most competitive that I have ever seen, and it's been a lot of fun to broadcast throughout the season. So got you up to speed a little bit, but yeah, Nathaniel is got a good shot at it here, at least on practice speed, 3/10 faster than Randy. But to finish off practice, Matt was top of the board, so it was Matt, Nathaniel, then Kel. 5 minutes here for qualifying. We'll see everybody try to go into their lobbies and everything like that. And the first one out on the racetrack is Michael Cochran here, then Nathaniel, Mazzella, the pizza man himself. Let's ride on board here. Nick, you won. NIS says, ooh, Nathaniel's actually going to get sideways. I was going to have you talk us through a lap here from Nathaniel as he goes around it. Maybe we follow Kale. Let's see, who's going to be the first one? Let's ride on board with Nathaniel here as he comes out on the track. Talk us through a qualifying lap. You won, I think, second split NIS this last Sunday. NIS fix. So talk us through Phoenix and how to set a fast lap here for qualifying. Be right on board.
Well, it's certainly a tricky one, but it's also a fun one in the fact that there are so many different lines that you can use here, so many different driving styles that could work. Mine personally that worked was able to was just wrapping that bottom. Not really too much diamond in the corner like you'll see a lot of these guys do. but that's what worked for me. And I've seen a lot of other people make the top work, make the bottom work, heck, make the apron work. So it'll be very interesting to see throughout the night what lines able to work and what these guys are able to do.
Yeah, see, he goes in the corner a little bit loose, actually, through the center of the corner, has to gather it back up. Tries to run the middle lane down the hill. Usually the first lap's always way better than the second, but this is not a good lap for Nathaniel. Looks like he's going to back out and try to go for another one here. Let's see, he's going to try to drive down the hill, so it looks like he's going for lap 2 time. Nick, tell us what he's thinking here heading into 1.
Well, certainly this is his last chance to get a lap down, so he's got to hit his marks here. You can see he gets into the corner a little bit deep, slides up, but he's able to drive it down off that inside. That didn't look like a bad corner right there. See what he can do getting there into 3.
Provisional pole for Randy there. Nathaniel's 8th. He's going to get slides through 3 and 4. Not a good qualifying for Nathaniel. Let's see. He goes top of the board, though, and beats Randy by a 10th. I guess I called that one wrong.
Yeah, certainly. Did not look like he had a great 3 and 4 right there, but
I thought he was still loose in 1, and I didn't think that he was going to be able to come back from it. But we're watching Kill now. Let's go ahead and talk with Nate before we get running here for the championship finale. Nathaniel, do you got a copy? Hello? You got a copy? We're having technical difficulties. Possible potty break there for Nathaniel. We'll try to talk with him here in a second as we're finishing up watching Kale go around for his qualifying lap. P3 in practice. Matt Frady is finishing up his qualifying, or starting his qualifying lap. So a few cars still heading out on the racetrack now. Swartz win earlier this year. Made the is in contention. Swartz is in contention. He is 10 points down from Randy and Nathaniel, but both of them would have to wreck and he would have to win with the I think 16 car field that we have tonight. So it is unlikely for Swartz, but there is still that chance for him, and we'll kind of keep an eye out for that, as if the top 2 have problems, there could be a change and a very big upset for the leaders. So
and that's certainly not out of the window. Kale top of the board by almost a 10th over Nathaniel, so there's going to be a lot of competition at the front tonight.
Yeah, Kale goes off the board. Matt's going to cross the line. Let's see where he does. I didn't think it was a great lap from Nathaniel, and it does get beat by Kale and Matt. So 2 of the best on the short tracks. They go top of the board here. Swartz goes 5th.
Matt going for a second lap, way loose there. Not able to put it down, but the first lap was the hot lap. Was able to go to top of the board, so not a huge problem for him.
Nate, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, heading into tonight's race, we'll make this one quick. You're going to be P3, it looks like it. Tell us what you're going to need to do to beat Randy. You have the points lead and 2 points up, but what do you need here to beat Randy?
Name of the game here, I think, is going to be tires. So we're just going to try to maintain the tire difference. If he's going to drive away from me and drive it super hard at the start of the run, I'll let him go with it and hope I catch him there at the end.
Definitely, and it's going to be you're going to have a shot at it here. Starting 3rd, you're ahead of him coming into the race. We'll talk to you a little bit soon here. Probably at the stage, we'll get a word in with you, see where your head's at. But we're going to go ahead and wish you good luck and talk to you here in a little bit.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate it.
See the stats up there for Nathaniel. Wasn't able to get a word with him. So go ahead and give us a rundown of the field here, Nick.
Well, starting on the pole, obviously Matt Frady, last week's winner. Not in championship contention right now, but certainly going to be fun to watch here at the front of the field. P2 starting on his outside, Kale McClellan.
In row number 2 is going to be the championship competitors. It's going to be Nathaniel and Randy. Then in row 3 is going to be Swartz and Sample.
In row number 4, rather, Jonathan Mazzella starting P7 on his outside. It'll be Brandon Surmerson. Excuse me if I pronounce that wrong. Starting behind them, Michael Cochran in P10, and on his outside, Eric Shields.
Eric Shields in P11, and then James Goodwin in P12 here in the Harris Hill Speedzone Ford. Fan favorite Mikey Adams going to be in P13 here with Kevin Ritchie on his outside. P15 is going to be Wyatt Garrett in the 57. And Alvarez is going to be P16 and round off the field in that 15 machine. So a little rundown of the field for everybody as the cars get on to pit lane. And we're getting ready to go. Nick's also going to be our in-race reporter here, so we're going to be able to get some cool stats, and he's going to ask questions to the drivers and teams as the field gets running. But
season finale here at Phoenix. I just want to start out by thanking everyone that's been here all year. Obviously,
my mistake there. But the field is ready to go green. The long way around here at Phoenix with the pace car pulling off. So we go green on the old exit of turn 4. Championship finale. We are ready. Matt and Kel going to lead them to the green. It's going to be Randy and Nathaniel in row 2, the championship competitors. We are green and racing from Phoenix and the championship finale. Into turn 1, Matt with the early lead. Nathaniel trying to roll the bottom lane. He's going to get clear on Kel and move him into second. Randy Arms already back to 5th on the restart. The outside line did not seem to work it out for him there. And Randy's going to lose a spot already, but can still see Nathaniel in his sights and knows where he has to finish, especially with these first stage. First stage is going to be at 30 to 40. So a random caution from the 30 to 40 period that we've seen all season long. A random point. Randy knows he has to beat him to make sure Nathaniel doesn't get those extra points for the stage.
Definitely going to be very important to get those stage points how they can. Kel goes to the inside going into 3 on Nathaniel, trying to see if he can make that bottom work. They're side-by-side coming out of the corner. It looks like he's going to clear as he goes down to that dog leg. The dog leg's going to be very, very important throughout the race, seeing how people can use it, but it'll also be very sketchy and a place for possible crashes.
Yeah, we saw these two last week make contact. Kel and Nathaniel got together a little bit, but they're racing hard at the front of the field here. Kel and Matt know that they're not racing for anything. Matt, after not making the second round of the playoffs, was very disappointed, but said, I'm going to go try to steal some wins no matter what and show I belonged here, even though he wasn't able to make it. So he's doing that just now with Kel, trying to defend Nathaniel. And I think we're seeing the old guard himself, Randy Arms, try to save those tires. Hasn't really pushed him too hard. He's not slipping them too much, but he's lurking on the back bumper of Swartz here.
It'll be interesting to see the different strategies, how hard you push early here, especially with that random caution between 30 and 40, I believe you said. We'll see how it works. Randy looking to the inside, trying to get by Schwartz here through the front stretch now into turn 1, right on his rear bumper. As a big battle out back, almost 3 wide here for, looks like 7th place, 6th place.
Yeah, this is 7th and 8th between Brandon and Jonathan Mazzella. And they're going at it. Mazzella was almost 3 wide on the front straightaway on the dog leg, but thought better of it, kind of backed out. And then Sample, one of his best qualifying runs of the season. He doesn't often qualify, likes to drive from the back, but tonight he decided to qualify and see what he can do with all that speed in that car. So he's running P6 at the moment, just kind of saving his stuff.
And he's looking good right now, reeling in on the 2 in front of him. That's Randy Arms and Schwartz as they begin to battle it out. Randy Arms seeing if he can get by Schwartz and then set his sights on that front 3. Not able to do it so far, though.
Yeah, Randy's going to try to look to the outside line. Tell us how you set up this pass, as we also see Nathaniel trying to get around Kel. You learned a lot there in that Phoenix NIS race. What did you learn how to pass? You started at the back of that race. You started 30th. How was passing? What did you have to do to try to set up passes?
Well, you definitely had to be patient on it. If you push too hard, you would just smoke your tires, and then, you really would not have a long run that would work out for you. You'd be getting passed very soon. But it's really all about carrying momentum out of those corners and then being able to look in the inside or the outside rather, going into the corners. And yeah, all about carrying momentum out of the corners.
Yeah, with these long straightaways, but also long corners, it's valuable to have that roll center speed to have a good exit. We're seeing it now, but tires do come into play here from Phoenix as there's now the side-by-side battle between Randy Arms and Swartz. Randy almost clear, but staying gonna be side-by-side here. Swartz gets the run off the top lane from turn 1.
Yeah, Schwartz able to clear him into 3. Randy Arms right on his back bumper, almost contact. There might have been there, and certainly trying to put a lot of pressure on Jonathan Schwartz here, get him out of the way, and trying to continue moving up to that front 3.
Knows he has to set his sights and try to get around him. He knows that those extra points for the stage is valuable, but can't let Nathaniel get around. But right now, I think Randy's best friend right now is Kel. Kel is doing a good job holding up Nathaniel, and Matt's looking in the mirror thinking this is his best opportunity because we know how good Nathaniel has been on speed-wise. But fastest lap of the race still is from Kel. Kel has a 27.21. Then just in front of him, Matt has a 27.11. So they're within that thousandth of a second. Then Nathaniel's fastest lap is a 24 or 27.4, which is 2/10 slower. But right now he's showing that speed. He just hasn't been able to get in clean air yet.
Yeah, he is obviously as fast, if not faster than Kel right now. Not sure if that's him pushing harder or, if they're all going hard and he's just got that speed, but he's rolling on the inside right now, trying to make that pass work. Kel squeezes him down. It's going to get the run off the corner and clear him again.
Yeah, we're starting to see the long run effects here of Phoenix come into play. We're going to see who's got the long run speed. This track tends to, it single files out, but we're seeing how good it actually does race when it's a competitive field. Nathaniel trying to work that inside line back into 1. It just doesn't seem like that inside line has worked, and these tires have enough grip to where that middle lane to the bottom still is working. The top lane just has not come into play yet. As we go back to Randy Arms trying to work over Jonathan Swartz just in front.
Yeah, he has been putting that pressure on lap after lap, just not able to get it done yet. Still trying to set up that pass and get around him. But Schwartz obviously has a lot of speed here and is not making it easy for Randy.
Yeah, Nathaniel goes to the outside line, drives down the racetrack, try to get the run, almost got loose and spun it, but able to gather it back up. Kel's going to fight it hard around the outside line, but Nathaniel knows there's no point in making a mistake right now, overdoing it, and moving Kel out of the way and being too aggressive. You still have the stage. You're ahead of Randy. You're going to gain those bonus points no matter what, but as well, you could be careful, and if you overdrive it, make that mistake, get in the kill, cause yourself some damage, it could hurt you and let Randy catch. So he's going to be careful and has to be right now as we go a little bit further back. Michael Cochran going to look to the inside of Brandon Shermershine right here.
Yeah, they are battling out back here.
Yeah, best battle on the racetrack so far. Maybe a little bit further back. James Goodwin is lurking on the back bumper of Kevin Ritchie. So these two friends going at it. Kevin already up to the high side. Going to go up the racetrack. Almost make contact with the outside wall. He's moved up the racetrack a lot quicker than I thought. I figured about 20 of these cars would go up the racetrack and use turn 1. At least 3 and 4. James actually able to roll the outside a little bit, but in 1, I expected lap after lap 20, the drivers to start to use that outside line, but just hasn't seemed to work right now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be the fastest line certainly right now. Everyone that is running up towards the front, running up here, running these fast laps is doing it on the bottom side right now. But we'll see how that changes throughout the run, throughout these changes in tires. But looking up towards the front, Jonathan Schwartz running down these front 3, Randy Arms in tow.
Ooh, Kel in the outside wall on entry. That's going to hurt him, at least on the entry, but back on the exit, Kel's going to have the run. Nathaniel trying to get to the left rear and just loosen him up a little bit, but Nathaniel is he burning up those tires running that bottom lane with him not opening up the corner and letting those tires kind of roll around it? Or is the bottom, because you're a little bit slower, saving more tires? I don't know. I know he's trying to make that pass, just hasn't been able to. But if he's stuck on the bottom lane, is that going to burn up his tires down there?
Well, I definitely think it's all depends on how you run it. But with Kale on his outside, he's definitely having to turn the wheel a little bit more and probably using up those tires. But here comes Jonathan Schwartz up here trying to get in this battle.
Schwartz going to peek his nose now, try to make a hold. Nathaniel up the racetrack.
Oh.
Schwartz, they make contact. At the line, Nathaniel got tight. I think we saw Matt Frady. Let's go back and take a look at it here. I think we saw Frady get tight as well on exit. Kale started to wash up the racetrack. Nathaniel almost had a nose, and then Nathaniel had to lift. Schwartz tried to give room, and they just door slammed, but they were able to save it. I don't think either one of them got too much damage, but that definitely hurt Nathaniel there.
Yeah, I mean, just a big racing incident right there. Not sure if he was trying to get the outside of Kale or just basing the corner off of Kale and ended up following him all the way up the track, got in the wall. Nothing either of those guys could do there, but they're still rolling right here. Didn't look like a whole lot of damage to these cars, but now, I mean, look at this. 1-2 right here for the championship right in front of each other.
Yeah, this is the battle for fourth. So if Randy is able to get by the 66 here and get an extra stage point, maybe 2, this could put him in the points lead before the end of the race. So anything's to play for, especially with it. But right now, the top 5 all running the same exact lap times. Matt ran a 4.88 that last time by. Mazzella ran a 4.7, but the rest of the top 7 ran a 5. So the whole top 7 all within a tenth of each other, which is insane and crazy to say, as we got a battle starting to brew for the lead. We got a battle brewing for 3rd and 4th, 5th even. Sample starting to reel in these battles. Same thing with Mazzella. Mazzella's on the inside line. He's going to try to clear Sample here on the outside, or on his outside, I should say.
Yeah, this chaos on the front has dragged a bunch of people up here, and I mean, we've got a long line of cars right here trying to get up here into the mix as we continue to see the battle back out here for 6th place.
Yeah, they're really going at it here all over the racetrack. We're starting to see them drivers move up the racetrack. Matt, all the way to the outside wall. Now, it's allowed Kale to pull to the center of the corner, but on exit, Matt has a good drive down the hill in turn 1. Some of these, the fans on the top of turn 1 there, as he goes to the dog leg to the left side of your screen, up that hill, they may have think Matt was going to hit him there. Let's watch him as he goes into the corner, a little bit higher than Kale. You see the right front, how close he gets, then look back. He drives down the racetrack in front of Kale and gets a little bit of a run, is able to pull away.
Yeah, and Kale's pulling through the center. Obviously, Matt pulling off the corner. I think it's kind of evening itself out. It'll be interesting to see how that develops throughout the run and who's able to save tires more running how they're running.
Yeah, it's kind of a 50-50 shot here. Does run the bottom and being slower help, or does opening up that wheel just a little bit, putting less stress on those tires, help it? But Nathaniel back to the inside underneath Schwartz, trying to take back the 3rd spot.
Yeah, clearly not phased by his incident just a few laps ago. He is right back at it, maybe with some pressure from Randy Arms trying to get away from him. But, yeah, I mean, he is right on the back bumper of Schwartz.
Yeah, I commented about it a few laps ago. If you're in Nathaniel's point situation, how aggressive do you be? Do you try to get around Kale, maybe move him out of the way, make a, not enemy, but definitely not make a friend moving him out of the way to try to gain points on the stage on Randy? Or do you try to play it safe? And right now, how safe is he able to play with Randy right behind him? It looks like both of those cars are a little bit loose on entry, but how safe are you going to play it in Nathaniel's point of view here?
I don't know. I don't think I'd have too much patience with the next best guy in the championship right behind me as well. I think these front 2 are slightly pulling away. I think Schwartz might be backing up this line just a little bit as he's able to clear Schwartz right there, gets up to P3, and is now able to look forward to those front 2.
Going to try to run him down, running on board here with Schwartz. Schwartz going to try the outside. Now Arms to his inside. So I think Schwartz is definitely got some tire wear on his car as the random draw starts this next time by for the stage. So does Randy have enough time? He's half a second back from Nathaniel. But in the next 10 laps, a caution could come out for the stage. If it is a caution for incident, it will also be the stage. So we'll see, can Randy drive down Nathaniel and get that extra point?
Yeah, he's got, I mean, an unknown amount of laps to do it, but he has, I mean, maybe some time. I don't know. We'll see if he has a speed here, but it looks like Nathaniel might be closing up on these front two. Obviously, they're out here running, not quite battling, but they're playing games, running different lines, seeing what works. And I think Nathaniel is slowly running them down here.
Yeah, last time by, we saw Matt Frady ran a 6.0, Kale ran a 6.8, Nathaniel ran a 5.3, so a 10th better that time at the stripe there. Matt ran a 5.6, Kale 7.2, Nathaniel 5.6, so still better than the top two, and is really running down Kale McClitty now.
Yeah, Kale maybe burnt up his stuff just a little bit. Looks like Matt's starting to pull away from him. We'll see how quick Nathaniel's able to make work of him, if Nathaniel is able to get to him before this stage comes out.
So we do have a little bit lesser of size fuel tank in these Xfinity cars than the Cousin Series, the NASCAR Xfinity Series, but a little bit smaller. These cars can only run about 50 laps. So if it does go full green, we're going to only have about 10 laps left on the field as Kel gets the outside wall. But with 10 laps, we're already seeing Mazzella there loose on entry, Arms loose on entry. With the less rear weight, it could be messing up these cars. As we see the caution now, that will be the stage. Nathaniel beats Randy at the stage and will gain that extra point on Randy.
That is huge.
That is. So now Randy has to beat Nathaniel by 3 spots. So Randy would have to pass the 3 cars in front of him and win the race in order to do it. We'll pull up the stats now back up on the screen. Nate was 2 points now. Draw that. That is now 3 points ahead of Randy Arms just behind him. So Randy now -3 as we're expecting everybody to come down pit road. We will see how that works. Who could try a different strategy? I don't think we're going to see 2 tires here. We know that we have 100 laps to go still, or just under 100 laps. But when does that transition of the sun? We're starting to see the sunset. If we run on board with Kel here, you start to see that sun, how bad it's getting as they go into the corner. I have the settings a little bit different so that you fans are able to see, but if you don't have a tinted windshield like we do on our cameras, it could be awful to see into turn 3.
It certainly was. I learned that the hard way running that NIS, but yeah, I certainly don't think that they will go 2 tires. This is not the next gen. This is the Busch car. So I think 4 tires and fuel is going to be the play here for everyone.
Yeah, who's going to get in the box the best? It looks like everybody's pretty even. All right. Okay. Everybody's right side goes at the same time. They all drop at the same time. Left sides. Nathaniel's actually went up first. Can Nathaniel beat them on pit road? Nope. He's going to get his door fixed. Nathaniel. Interesting call. We saw he had the speed, has a little bit of that left side door damage from Swartz, but he's going to have to do it all over again. Let's go ahead and talk with him now before we get back on green. Nathaniel, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, we see you were able to beat Randy in that stage, got P3, gained a point on him here, so it's going to be +3 for you, but you stayed in the pit stall just a little bit longer and took that left side door damage. How much did you think that was going to affect you, and what is your plan these last, we're going to have 95 laps to go here?
I figure over about a 50-lap run, it'll be a pretty big difference here. So I figured I may as well take it, even if it's only, a quarter tenth a lap. That's a quarter tenth that I could really use. So pretty confident in my abilities to pass. I don't know where I'm going. Top probably. That seems right. If it just helps my ability to pass, have that little extra speed, I'll take it. A lot of these guys towards the back, I've got some good confidence I could pass, even though it appears to be pretty middle dominant down here 1 and 2. But we'll just kind of see how she rides and save the tires, hold on to them, and burn out the fuel tank.
Yeah, it seemed like you had one of the best on the long run on that. So seemed to be saving your tires good enough. We'll be talking to you here in 100 laps and or 94 when we get back going green. So good luck.
All right, thank you.
There with Nathaniel as we get back for the last run of the season. 94 laps to complete it. New front row after championship competitor stays in the field or in the pits. Matt Fires, we're back racing at Phoenix. Randy Arms with a few teammates around him. Gonna go into the corner. Kevin Ritchie now. He's gonna go to the first one up on that top side. Trying to do the Larson line where he was able to get the championship. Doesn't look like it worked out too well for the restart, but now back to single file. Let's see who's gonna make use of those tires early.
Yeah, these boys have gotten some lap under their belt now. They know what they need to do for the most part. Let's see who goes a little bit harder here this run or who will be more conservative. I got slightly to talk with Matt here. He said it definitely got super tight at the end of that run. We did about 35 laps. Said his right front was in the mid-70s. So that's why you saw him start to go up to the wall, trying to get it to rotate. Kale as well was having problems with that right front, trying to keep it cool and try to keep the rubber on it.
Yeah, their crew chief on top of the box. Doug Ezel does the setups on both of those cars. So Doug tries to keep them similar setups, and we're seeing how different it drives for both of them. But Randy Arms up to P3. He's now has a gap. Let's go back and try to see where Nathaniel is. Let's ride on board with him here. Nick, if you're in his situation, what are you thinking? You have a few cars that you know you got to pass, but if it goes green, how hard is it to going to be able to get to the back bumper of Randy?
It'll be hard. There's a lot of space that he's got to make up, a lot of track, but I think he's got to stay patient. He's got to just run his line, make sure he's not overcooking those tires. He's got the speed. He's going to get by these guys eventually. He's just got to stay patient and go get it done here.
Yeah, he's how much of a worry would it be burning up the tires with him having to make these passes, as we see a pass up front between Kevin Ritchie on Jonathan Swartz? We could see Swartz trying to back off and save some tire, but passing has definitely been hard. We heard him say he's confident in his ability to pass, but how much is the ability to save the tires while making these passes effectively come into play?
Well, I mean, it's super, super difficult to save the tires while you're trying to navigate around cars and put your car where it necessarily doesn't want to be, driving a little bit harder than you might not want to. But it's just a trade-off. He started in the back of this run because he had to take that damage, so he's going to have to push a little bit harder than he might have wanted to if he was up there in that top three.
Yeah, we're seeing him move up the racetrack now to the back bumper of his teammate and Jonathan Swartz, as he has Brandon on his inside now. They're going to be really close down the back straightaway. Going to give Swartz a push as we go into 3 and 4. Can he go 3 on the front straightaway? Great move from Nathaniel. Gets it turned, but is going to make contact with Brandon. Almost down the racetrack. Brandon bleaks out. That could have been big and sent Brandon to the inside wall. And if he came back up the track, that could have wrecked Nathaniel and Swartz.
Yeah, that was a huge moment right there. Nathaniel backed up the corner, got a run off, was trying to go for that 2 for 1, but Brandon just did not realize he was there, came down on him. Luckily, nothing big happened right there, but Nathaniel is moving up through this field.
Well, look at this mess behind him. This is the battle for, looks like 8th with Casey Brown, Jonathan Swartz, James Goodwin, Michael Cochran, and Randy Sample around the outside line trying to stay out of trouble here from the blimp cam. It all gets single filed out, but that was that could have been big.
Yeah, that could have been huge. 2 wide, very sketchy, but there are a lot of lanes here, so if everyone stays smart, you can definitely make it work. But this battle continues to go on here as we got Michael Cochran, I believe, going to the inside here, trying to make it 3 wide.
What do you think about this 58? We saw the speed he had early in the race, but right now he's running P10, dropped a lot of spots. We see Nathaniel making those passes and gaining his spots, but Jonathan losing a lot. What do you think he's doing here, or his mindset on how the car is driving?
Well, according to my information, he definitely took 4 tires, so I don't know if this is an adjustment from the first run, trying to save tires a little bit more, or if he's doing something different with his line that's making him a little bit slower, but we'll see how this plays out throughout the run, and that's really going to determine whether it works or not.
right on board with him here and see if he's clutching, possibly trying to save fuel. Doesn't sound like it, but he is lifting very early on entry, possibly trying to save those rear tires. It's a 3/10 of a gap on between the top three on each other. So Kale's about 3/10 of a second from Matt. Randy 3/10 of a second off of him. Then Nathaniel is still on a challenge with Brandon, now able to clear, but he's moved himself into the 6th spot. We're coming up on lap 50 here. We're going to have 83 laps to go. Is there enough time for him to get by the few cars in front of him? If we go green, we will have green flag pit stops here at Phoenix. And if a caution comes out untimely, this could be problems for your championship competitors.
Yeah, you can see him. He's got a lot of open track, a lot of clean air now, so he's going to make up probably some time here, considering the speed that he has. But, yeah, I mean, he's got to keep doing the same thing, got to get into a rhythm. That's the only way he's going to be able to run down Randy up here, who is, I mean, just chilling up here in 3rd, trying to run with these leaders, trying to see what they're doing, learn from them a little bit, and get up in the mix.
Yeah, right now we have Nathaniel, who is 3 spots behind Randy, so it would go to a tie, but Nathaniel has the most amount of wins this year, and I'm pretty sure that would be the tiebreaker. I'm not 100%, but more than likely that would be it. So it would go to Nathaniel right here. Randy has to make a pass, or Nathaniel lose one for Randy to be able to get that championship right now. When does the aggression for Randy start to pick up? Do you think he tries to go in here? He's one of the cleanest drivers I've probably ever seen. Never really wants to get into it. Every time he makes contact with somebody else or somebody makes contact with him, it's more of an oh well and move on to next week. But in a championship position, how aggressive does he got to get if he needs a spot or two?
I mean, it's 3 points, and Nathaniel has got the speed to keep up with it. So unless something bad happens to Nathaniel, I think Randy's going to need to be very aggressive, take every opportunity that he gets, and I mean, get every position possible if he wants a chance to win this thing.
Yeah, Randy loose on entry here. Let's ride on board with him as he goes for a lap or two. It looked like that time he got a little bit sideways on entry. He could be throwing it in the corner pretty hard. Now he's washing up the racetrack. Good line there from Randy. Now drives down the racetrack. But it looked like he got loose into 3. That could be a worry and burn up the rear tires, which he is. He runs a dirt late model in real life, but I don't think he wants to be dirt tracking it right now as loose as he is on the entry to the corner. That'll burn it up the tires. But we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a crank it up here from Phoenix. Come back from the crank it up. We saw Kel get into the outside wall there that allowed Randy to pull in close, but it didn't seem like he was able to make the run. It opened up the door for Mazzella to close in on Randy, but how big are those tires starting to fall off for Randy? It looks like Kale possibly could be the one that has burned up the tires the most, but Randy has to get around Kale to get back that points lead. Randy needs to beat Nathaniel by 3 spots for the end of this race. And right now, Nathaniel is reeling in Kevin Ritchie, not fast, but they're running about the same lap times, a 3.7 for Kevin, a 4.4 for Nathaniel. So actually, Kevin doing a good job on pace, but Randy getting pressured from behind and in front, trying to make those pass. Randy has to be aggressive. We're seeing a lot of different views and a lot of different lines coming up the racetrack as well. Right now, Randy is, let's see as they go through one. Matt's moved up the racetrack. Kale's kind of followed. Randy tries to stay a little bit lower as they go through the corner, then come off a little bit lower. Mazzella, the only real one rolling the bottom lane, or that middle lane, I should say. With the top 4 under a blanket, all within a second of each other. Matt has led since the drop of the green flag. 0.6 of a second back from the rest of everybody. Let's go ahead and get a word in with fan favorite Mikey Adams. Mikey, do you got a copy? Mikey?
Yeah.
Well, Phoenix is definitely one of the harder racetracks on the schedule. I would ask you to take us for a lap if you wouldn't mind. Not the best night for you, but still 70 laps to go. Go ahead and take us for a lap here at Phoenix and explain it.
Oh, you're gonna going into one. You're gonna dive down as close to the fucking pit wall as you can. Then you're gonna go up, get as high as you can. Try to stay middles where I've been finding grip. Keep it middle almost. Try to follow this line, full throttle. Get up close to the wall as much as you can. Going into 3, let off. Give it a little break. Then try to find the sweet spot. Not right here, not right here. Here we go.
Now, are you just moving around trying to find something, or how's that car driving? And has it really gotten tight? We know that these tires tend to burn off quite a bit here with Phoenix in the long run. So,
to begin with, me and my right front aren't best friends anyway, so it's not been too kind to me here at all. I feel like I've gotten pretty good at other tracks at saving tire, but Phoenix is just my damn kryptonite, dude. I can't figure it out. But to answer the first part, yeah, I've been getting around, switching around, trying to find some grip, and I found some in the middle, but we did hit the wall and going into 2 at the start of the race a little bit pretty good, so we're nursing a little bit of damage, but other than that, just wish all the playoff guys luck.
yeah, you're doing a
Hell
good
yeah.
job. Yeah, you're doing a good job of it in P15 right now. You're beating Wyatt Garrett, your biggest rival. He's out of the race, thankfully, so there shouldn't be a caution the rest of the night. But we got 6-7 to go. We're going to wish you luck, Mikey, and talk to you later.
Oh, that's fucked.
Fan favorite Mikey Adams there in the booth took us for a lap there. The top 4 still within a second of each other. Nathaniel is reeled in. Kevin about a 10th, but not much. Best battle on the racetrack's a little bit further back. Michael putting the pressure on James Goodwin, trying to find a way around him. Up the racetrack. James seems to be entering a little bit higher. Drive down the racetrack, but let's run aboard here with Michael and see how he's going to try to make this pass and get it done. Trying to go up the racetrack, arc it just a little bit, but you see these cars after this long run, they last pitted on 35. This has been a 30-lap run so far, so in 5 laps, we're going to be at the longest run that these drivers have had. How much tire wear is coming into play? We're starting to see it. That car is not turning, waiting to get on the gas, now rolling into it, and it is not helping these cars rotate around the corner.
Yeah, you're definitely seeing guys that haven't quite figured out the line yet, really starting to struggle with the tire wear, and guys that pushed it too hard starting to slow up, starting to lose the guys in front of them. But Randy Arms, I mean, he is rolling right now, matching, I mean, almost beating, no, basically beating the leader's lap times every lap. I mean, sometimes by thousandths, sometimes he's matching it, but he is really pulling up these guys. And in that dirty air, he has got some speed in that 8 car.
Yeah, we saw that you went down on pit road there, Nick, with our fancy KO5 network teleporters and are back in the booth. What did you learn going on pit road and talking to a few of these drivers and crew chiefs?
Well, word on the street is there's a couple different strategies. Some people have talked about double pitting, but it's probably not very realistic. They're saying, I mean, it's just going to take too long to stop twice, even though there is a huge tire fall off. I'm hearing the most popular strategy is to run this fuel dry, pit as late as possible. That would lead them to about lap 90, somewhere in there, and then 40 lap run at the end. And I mean, it's home from there.
Yeah, it seems, though, the top 6 is the accordion. We talk about the accordion on restarts and a little bit of stack ups. We're starting to see the tire wear start to build that accordion. Matt has been the leader since the start. Kale on his back bumper, though, has reeled him in with Randy reeling in Kale, Mazzella reeling in Randy, Richie reeling in Mazzella, and Nathaniel has caught these top 5 and is going to try to make moves to get back up to Randy.
Yeah, this is a really, really exciting battle heating up. It'll be even more interesting as we get into pit stops or into whatever strategy that these boys get into. But, I mean, Kale is getting big runs out of these corners and pulling right up to Matt. Let's see what he can do here into 1.
They're getting really close to the outside wall. Kale almost into it, but isn't got the car rotated. Now he does. He might have a run into 3, but how aggressive does he race it? Looks like he's not going to look. Into 3, they make a little bit of contact. Kale tries to push Matt off in there, but this has allowed Randy to reel him in. So if you're in Randy's spot, you see the 2 in front of you are probably slower. How aggressive do you try to get to pass him?
I think oh, there you go. I mean, that's the answer right there. He sends
Slide
it
job,
in there.
slide
Gives Kale
job.
some right rear. Oh, yeah.
The dirt boy himself threw a slide job, fed Kale a right rear, and said, eat this. Now he's got to try to pull away. Kale's going to go into the corner, though, underneath Randy, and they make a little bit of contact. Kale is being a menace to some of your championship competitors with Nathaniel Landwehr just behind. He has Mazzella on his outside and Richie in front. He had the championship off of the tied points now, but Nathaniel has it now after Randy made the pass. Actually, no, because Randy made a pass and Nathaniel made a pass. So technically it's still tied, but Nathaniel has the tiebreaker with the wins.
I mean, this is absolute madness. Randy sends it in there, said, you're holding me up, tries to get by Kale. Kale not taking it, tried to send it back in there. Randy able to get by him with the speed that he has. Ooh, man, he got real deep into that corner. Little loose there for Randy, but he is setting his sights on Matt, trying to see if he can get to that lead, get further away from Nathaniel, see if he can gain any points possible here.
Let's watch Matt looking out back on the rest of the field, see the different lanes that will be run. I don't know if they're shifting. That could be the awesome iRacing sound glitch that is iRacing's problem because they never have anything right. So I don't think they're shifting in 3 and 4, but with the long run that we've had, there could be that possibility of it. Oh, Randy's sideways on entry. He's been sideways this pretty much whole time. He doesn't have the rear tires that he had at the start of the run. I'm shocked he's not lost as much run in time as he had. Kale tried to give him a push to the dog leg maybe, but Randy was sideways there.
Yeah, he is driving it really deep into those corners, and you're seeing it off the corner. He's not able to get the drive off that Matt or Kale are able to get. And we'll see how aggressive Kale is if he's able to reel him back in. Man, he is sideways in the 4.
It looks like he goes in the corner, jabs the brake, gets the front nose down, and it picks up the rear. I don't know how he hasn't spun. Not really spun. I expect Randy to save it, but to burn off the tire so much that it just slides the whole corner, I don't know how he's getting that to work. I'm even in shock as they make contact for third. Kel McClinney and Kevin Ritchie go around.
And that throws a wrench at everything. Kale backs it into the fence.
Fastest lap of the race. Kel McClinney was running third, got passed by Randy, was trying to get back to him. but Kevin got into his left rear and then made contact. Let's go and listen and see what these drivers are talking about and how upset they are at each other.
I give up. Like, it's my fucking luck, dude. It's like racing with fucking.
Slowed you down. That's funny.
Fuck.
You right there, Mikey?
This
Oh,
fucking
fuck.
my right front's about to blow, brother.
Run to yellow, Mikey. It's okay.
What the fuck?
Y'all left me on pit road. I feel like a redheaded stepchild right now.
Didn't mean to fucking.
Might as well be
Mike-
sitting back here listening to fucking music.
Great job, Kevin. I'll give you $5. $5.
$5. Oh, come
Mikey
on.
feels like a redheaded stepchild as we go back to the broadcast booth. So Mikey feels like a redheaded stepchild, he said there, Nick, stuck on pit road. But contact problems. Randy wins the race off of pit road. I think Kevin actually won it, but I'm not sure if he took tires or not.
You might want to hear this one. I'm hearing speeding in the pits, Matt Brady.
Matt Frady speeding in the pits. That is big. It doesn't really change the point situation, but Kevin did take 4 tires. He wins. He does get second off pit road. So actually, Kevin caused the yellow and gained 2 spots on pit road. Matt
What a
Frady
guy.
spun. Kel McClinney went to the back. Now, your points leader at the moment, Randy Arms. Leader
Oh,
on the
my.
racetrack. Richie in
Nathaniel
second.
sped too.
Nathaniel did?
Yeah, he's in the back.
Sped on pit
at this.
road. We might have to
believe so.
send Gerald down there to verify. Or if you want to use the fancy teleporter, Gerald might be passed out after the beers he drinks on the job. But Randy is the leader. This is big. Right now, Randy would win the championship. Wow. Okay. So, before we get back on green, 50 laps to decide a champion. Randy is the leader. Nathaniel back to 12th. He has to get to 3rd to stay in contention and beat Randy in the points.
This is going to be crazy. And this is assuming Randy is able to stay in the lead with all the speed that's up there. I believe Kevin's up there.
Yeah, Kevin showed a lot of speed. He's been
He's
getting
around.
better throughout the season. But 50 laps to go in Phoenix. Championship finale for the Apex Sim Sports Racing finale. We're back green. Randy with a big, big jump. They fan out on the front straightaway. Matt and Kale trying to find their way through. Randy Arms trying to pull away from the field. Few on the wall, Sample in the middle. And it's chaos throughout the field.
3 wide here for 6th place.
oh, oh.
Contact.
That could have been big if Brandon went into the inside wall. It could have wiped out Swartz and possibly the man who
Oh.
pitted. There was contact there from Swartz, but let's go on top and ride on board with Nathaniel. Matt got by him just that time, but Nathaniel really having to be careful. He gets sideways, drives it in the corner. Had to stay off the back bumper of Matt, but Nathaniel is going to have problems. He's got 50 laps to do it. This could be big.
We talked about how aggressive would you be for this championship. We just saw it. I mean, he put Cochran on the wall. He is driving the heck out of that race car, getting everything he can.
He knows championship is on the line. The most dominant driver of the season only has 11 starts. Wasn't able to make every race, but did enough to make this final round. Kept it close with Randy Arms. Had some problems early in this round, but Nate, 11 starts, 4 pulls, 4 wins, 8 top 5s, and 9 top 10s. The best driver of the season. He's on the back foot heading into the last 50 laps of the season. With them 3 wide in front of him.
I mean, that is exactly what he wants to see, though, because all these cars right in front of him, he's got a chance to pass all 3 of those guys. He might even look for a wide here. No, he doesn't. Chooses smartly to just kind of push Matt into the corner. But I mean, he's got to go now while they're all clumped up and before they get all spaced out.
Yeah, we saw the outside line work. He's going to give a push to Matt. He knows Matt has the speed. He's going to try to help him and just kind of use Matt as maybe a battering ram or the person to make a hole. But right now, Nathaniel is not making up passes as fast as he's want. He is at least a second and a half back on your leader. So I don't know. Is there enough time for him to get up there?
I think it's gonna be really close. And you said he's gonna help Matt. I get he's got the speed, but Matt is another position that is keeping Nathan from winning this championship. And you can see he drives it there the inside, not gonna be able to stay with Matt. But I think he's got to get up on the wheel here and get by Matt as well as the rest of the guys.
Yeah, we're seeing Brandon fighting hard with Nathaniel. Brandon has learned a lot this season as well. He did not have the most speed earlier throughout the year, but Brandon has done a good job slowly getting faster, learning every racetrack, as Matt is going to try to go underneath Casey Brown. That is for 6th. Nathaniel's going to try to follow Casey as they go to the top in turn 1. I don't want to leave this, but Randy Arms, as Nathaniel's able to get to the outside of Matt, which is huge. Matt has been the fastest all night long, but speed's on pit road. Nathaniel to his outside now, but Randy, 0.8 of a second on the field, is leading the points if it were to finish right now. 43 to go, but Nathaniel has a lot of time to make up as he gets in the back of Casey Brown.
Yeah, being almost too patient. And that patience obviously starting to run out. He gets a huge run down the back straightaway. See if he can clear Matt here. Going into turn 3, he's going to be able to. And that really opens it up here for Nathaniel to start making these passes.
Nathaniel now makes the move on Matt. Now he has to be the one to be aggressive. We saw him get in the back of Casey. He knows he is faster than pretty much everybody in front of him other than that 8 car. I don't know who would be the quickest one battling for that lead if he is able to get up there. But right now, the top line is so dominant, and nobody's going to give it to him. He's going to have to fight to get back up to the front of the field.
Yeah, I think this shows just how much everyone has learned throughout these runs. I mean, last fastest lap, Casey Brown, 2,000ths faster than Nathaniel ran. So, I mean, it's not as far apart in speed as you might think it is up here in this top 8, top 5.
Yeah, and these top 3, Randy ran an 8.9 last lap. Nathaniel ran an 0.9. So about a 0.2 gap. And then second and third, even though they're battling, they both ran low O's. So they were still both quicker than Nathaniel as they were battling. Now Nathaniel underneath Casey Brown. Casey stuck in the bottom lane. I don't think that's the best way. We've seen him have so much speed all season long. But with the tire wear and as hard as it seems to pass, if he's able to clear Randy's sample here in 3, Casey Brown's going to give him a big push, though. There's a little bit of contact behind somebody in the wall. But can Nathaniel clear? He's going to drive it in deep. Can he slide up the racetrack? Randy misses the corner and Landwehr to P5.
That is exactly what Nathan needed to see. He has got clear track in front of him. He can see the top 4. He sees what he needs to go get here. And he's still got, 38 laps to do it.
38 laps to do it. He needs a spot or 2 to get Randy. I'm not sure on the bonus points because Randy has led a lap and could get the most laps led. Maybe if he leads it to the end, but I'm not going to jinx it or say anything about it. There is a bonus points for most laps led, a lap led, and 0x, but I'm not sure who is going to be where. Matt doesn't seem to have that long run speed that he had before when he was the leader, so Nathaniel has a 0.5 gap on that, but he has to make up a second and a half now. But yeah, Nathaniel is trying his best. A little bit further back, Kelvin Clenny, he was running P2, not what he wanted to have happen after he backed on the fence with contact from Kevin Ritchie. He's back to P12. Michael Cochran is P11. Goodwin in 10th. But still, Randy Arms, Kevin Ritchie. Kevin, back into P2. He's been another guy that has, at the start of the season, didn't have the most speed. In the second half of the season since Darlington, he got a P2 behind his brother at Darlington, kind of forced himself into that P2 at Darlington with a funny moment and incident, but He's got a opportunity at another podium finish tonight and another win. If he's able to find something here in the last 35 laps, we should still see pit stops. I don't think these drivers can go green till the end. So we should see pit stops. They last pitted on 79 and 80. With 35 laps to go, they're only able to make it about 20 more laps on fuel. So Kevin, if he has a good pit stop, could overtake Randy. Right now, Randy is still in the championship. If Nathaniel catches Swartz and passes him, he will take back over that points lead because it will be a tie and the lead will go to Nathaniel.
About the fuel situation, I heard some drivers thinking about, pushing it almost 50, 55 laps. So that is something we haven't talked about at all. Some people might be able to make it on fuel. Some people might be strategizing to make it a little bit further on fuel.
Yeah, and we saw Swartz. He tried to back off and save for this long run. Didn't end up working out. He was able to fight back a few spots, gain a little bit on pit road, now back up to 4th. He's got some good speed left, but with him saving those tires early in this run before the caution came out, did he learn how to save tire as he gets in the outside wall? Same thing with Matt. I think Sample hit it as well. So these cars are really starting to tighten up throughout the long run of this race. And I think that's why we're seeing everybody start to try to move around, learn a little bit. We'll see if Randy goes up the racetrack. It looks like he does. He's up to that middle lane, washes up, and actually has that ideal line in turn 1. Kevin a little bit lower, but Randy just has to set some good lap times now and let the racing gods decide it.
Yeah, definitely. He's done all he can do. He has just got to hang on here, be smart, and drive that race car how he knows how to do, and everything else hopefully will take care of itself if you're Randy Arms.
One thing to look at, Swartz is a teammate to Nathaniel in the championship contention technically, but is a teammate, so that could be a factor.
Definitely could see some sort of teammate help, not necessarily manipulating anything, but if he gets there, I would assume he's going to have a lot easier time passing Jonathan Schwartz than he would a Jonathan Mazzella or Kevin Ritchie or obviously Randy Arms.
Yeah, so if my calculations are correct, it's a bonus 3 points if you win the race. Does that mean Nathaniel has to finish second then? If it's 3 points between them, Nathaniel has to get to second place. Is it second or third? It'd be second then, to make sure that he ties with Randy. If Randy wins, Nathaniel has to get to second for the tie, and Nathaniel gets the tiebreaker. I think it's how my math is working out. I'm not fully sure.
I don't know.
We're going to have to keep the stream on until the points get updated, because right now, if Randy wins, it's a bonus 3 points. He has a lap lead. Nathaniel doesn't yet. I don't know. It's going to come down to the last lap and see where Nathaniel finishes.
Man, this is going to be really, really crazy. But I believe Nathaniel was only up by 3 points. So if he finishes second, Randy would then have 4 points over him.
Huh.
4 points, so then he would gain 4 points more than Nathaniel did, so he'd have 1 point over Nathaniel.
Yeah, if anybody wants to black out, just take a shot every time that we say points tonight. But, yeah, there has been a lot of points talk, but that's what it comes down to. It's not a one last race to decide it. It is a points battle with multiple playoff rounds. And right now, Nathaniel, 4 wins on the season, could lose it at the end at Phoenix. Gets in the outside wall. That car is definitely tight. What are you seeing? How is that car driving to you? And then we'll go up to Randy and see how his car is driving as he's getting reeled in by Kevin. Kevin has actually reeled in Randy Arms.
Yeah, that's crazy. Good for Kevin. But looking at this car that Nathan's driving, it is just super, super tight. He's getting to that corner, having to lift off, but look how much it's pushing in the center. Look how long he's having to wait to get on that throttle. And you'll see as he gets down here into turn 1, it'll be much, much worse with that flat corner. We'll see here. Drives it in there deep, gets to that first seam, slides up. Not only makes it rotate pretty well there, obviously not nearly as much as in the early part of the run, but use that seam a little bit, get to rotate. It's not driving horrible.
Well, you say that, then he gets a little bit loose on entry. That it just doesn't look comfortable. It doesn't have the grip that you'd think when the nighttime comes. But with the rubber on the racetrack in the nighttime, it kind of evens out. I think it has tightened up with all the rubber on the track, but I just don't see as Schwartz has a problem. Goes up the racetrack and just lets Nathaniel go by. So Schwartz moves Nathaniel into P4. Does Schwartz think about pitting here soon? Is that what the play was?
It certainly could be. Certainly could be run it a little bit harder and then pit a little bit earlier, get those fresh tires on kind of strategy. Again, not sure exactly what the fuel situation is. I might actually go use that KO5 magic teleporter and go see what's going on around here with the fuel. But that's another spot for Nathan. That's another point.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to just play it cautious. There's no... I think if you're in Randy's spot, you got to run it dry. I know it could cost you, but you have to run it dry in case you get the caution. You don't want to let Nathaniel be in front of you because you know how big that is. Nathaniel, if you're in his spot, what do you try to do? Do you try to force Randy into a pit stop and pit early with 20 laps to go? Nobody can make it. I think if somebody does pit now, like if you're in Schwartz's position, Matt's position, Sample, if you pit now, I think that you're close enough to the leader to where if you pit now, nobody really notices and then try to run it, you'll be leading for at least 2 seconds, I think. But I don't see anybody making that gamble yet.
Yeah, obviously not exactly sure what the tire situation is for each individual vehicle, but I'm hearing that these boys are looking like they're going to make it on fuel. It'll be tight, but it's looking like they're going to be able to go.
Nathaniel's loose. He's really loose there. A second and 2/10 back. Man, Nathaniel is loose. Randy is trying to hold off Ken Ritchie. Their teammates, I just don't know. You want to go ahead and do a little bit of a radioactive and join and listen to what these drivers are talking about, if they are even talking?
Of course, let's do it.
All right, let's go into Ain't Lifting first, then we'll go to MoFlow where the 2 championship drivers are at.
No, I'm just
Mikey, that's crazy.
I'm serious, dude. I think it's bounced between 115 and 120.
Look, Gabe, we're
And
talking
that's
about
just
our
the
weights.
size of my cup.
Hey,
Look who's in here. That's why I said it. Look who's in. What just happened? I just shut my car off. I didn't even fucking know I had a button map. Eric just passed me. What
I
the
was gonna
fuck?
pass you anyway, Mikey.
Dude, I just shut my whole car off. I didn't even know I had a
Mikey.
button map.
I thought you just got so
What
excited.
button
that
you
Gabe
hit?
joined.
I don't even know what button I hit. I could hit it again. I don't know.
Mikey,
Now he's got worried.
they were showing you on the
when we were
TV
at the other.
Caution would be real good right now.
Take the L.
Bring-
Villa. Respect you.
Anyone's arms getting itchy?
I don't know if I could manipulate.
I mean, that's what I don't know. You tell me, bro.
Guys act natural.
Ooh, I almost
Uh,
lost
Stone
it.
Cold Steve
Are we
Austin.
live?
He can
Why?
make
I'm
no
gonna go a
fuel.
lap down.
Did you know that Toys for Tots doesn't give you tater tots?
Oh, fuck. I almost got into Casey.
what?
All right. Well, we saw a few different things go on there. We saw Mikey shut off his car. Doesn't know how that happened. He took the key out, I guess, and turned it, and it fell off because that is a Mikey drives a stock Toyota Camry, so he uses the key fob. Must have hit his knee on the button and goes. So Mikey had his problem. Nathaniel really hoping for a yellow. Was wondering if somebody's arm was getting itchy. Don't know what that means. And we do see a car try to come down pit road. Matt Frady on pit road, gonna try it. 15 laps to go. If it goes green, obviously not gonna have a chance, but if we get a caution, this could be big for Matt Frady.
Yeah, it could, but I think he's going to go a lap down here, so I'm not sure what genius told him to do this. But I mean, back to what we were saying. I mean, Nathan, he was begging for a caution. He is really desperate right now, and I think he needs a caution to win this race and win this championship.
I think so too. He doesn't have the speed that he did late in the running in the first half of the race. Richie is not able to get any closer to Randy. They don't seem to be too focused on the race, as serious as it seems. They more laughing at Mikey happening. But, you know, you're a race car driver, Nick. How do you end up turning off the car under green here at Phoenix? How could that even happen?
I mean, you said he drives that stock Toyota Camry. He must have really long knees though if he hit the button with his knee. But I mean, I don't know. Anything can happen going what are we going 160 around here?
Yeah, driver comfort's definitely a big thing. And if his knees is close to that button, he gets a little bit loose, you know, gets sideways, has to wheel it. That could hurt him. But Kevin, he went right up to that outside wall there in one and drove down the hill and gained about 3/10 on Randy. He's not got rear grip, but if he has the exit, can he still run him down? And does he go and steal the win? He hasn't won all season long. This would be his first win, but it would knock Randy out of the championship if he doesn't. According to our calculations, with 10 laps to go, Randy Arms, if it were to finish like this, would be your champion.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see how this goes.
I don't want to say it fully and, you know, jinx anything or say it wrong. We will keep the stream going until the final points are posted, which Randy will get to after he crosses the start-finish line. 9 to go for Randy Arms, trying to hold off Kevin Ritchie. He's slowly reeling him in. Right now was a 10th better. So Kevin, does he try to take it? We see the lap car in that stock Toyota Camry of Mikey just in front. So lap car, a little bit of dirty air. Mikey does a good job of getting out of the way. Good job for Mikey. Most respectful guys in here.
It gets out of the way. I got people trying to interrupt my broadcasting. My gosh, but I mean, 8 to go here. What does Kevin Ritchie do? Teammates with Randy Arms. This is gonna be flashbacks to 2020 Martinsville.
Yeah, could see a full Ty Gibbs here. Kevin Ritchie is a Jeremy Clemens lover. He buys pretty much every Jeremy Clemens diecast. He runs the 51 and is trying to bring it home for Jeremy Clemens Racing, but he's sideways. We know he is an underdog, Kevin and Jeremy, but Kevin has shown a lot of speed, and I am proud of him this season. He's definitely learned a lot, and it's been fun to watch him battle with the big dogs, even though he is kind of an underdog. Mazzella in P3, the pizza man himself, in at third. Then Nathaniel in fourth, hoping for a yellow with 6 laps to go.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he can convince Mikey to turn his car back off, and I don't know. But he needs something bad here. But I mean, Kevin's getting there, but then he doesn't. So I'm gonna 5 to go. I just don't think it's gonna be enough right now for Nathan to get this championship.
I just want to post it back on the screen right now. It's 3 points in between them, but where Randy finishes, it's a bonus 3 points for winning the race. And Randy has led a lap. So Nathaniel has not led a lap. Randy might have the most laps led, but we know he has a lap led, so that'll be an extra point for him. So right now, we technically have it as Randy. He has 1 pole this season, not the best qualifier. He shows up and usually qualifies inside the top 3. 2 wins on the year. He has done a good job of keeping himself in contention to the end of it. May not always have the fastest car, but he always shows up on the races that he needs to. He won back at Indy and at Bristol was his 2 wins on the season, and it kind of built momentum before these playoffs started. He's been looking for a track that is kind of fit his driving style, and with the tire wear and him knowing what to do on these Xfinity cars, he likes the older style race cars, does not like the next gen and that tire model. So this older style race car, he's really come to fit him all season long.
And it's shown right now. I mean, this is complete, dominance. Obviously, mistake from Nathan puts him in the back, but, I mean, this whole second half of the race, just complete dominance from Randy Arms.
He's got 2 more to do it. He took the lead off a pit stop, got it after the top 3 between Matt, Kel, and Nathaniel all had their separate mistakes. Was able to inherit the lead, and is now 1 mile away from the championship. White flag in the air for Randy Arms.
This should be the slowest lap that he runs all race. He's got nothing out back.
No pressure all around. Randy Arms wasn't too confident heading into the week. No practice until the hour before the race. Randy Arms is going to come off in turn number 4, and he is going to be the Season 2 Speedzone champion. Randy Arms is your Season 2 champion. According to our calculations, he should be. We're not 100% sure, as there's the rest of the running order. Randy comes home first, Kevin P2, Jonathan Mazzella in third, Nathaniel disappointing 4th place finish. I can't imagine what that feels like. I'm assuming he feels how Denny Hamlin did there, but that is just heartbreaking for Nathaniel. He gives his congratulations to Randy. Everybody's going to pull up and congratulate Randy here. What a race. What a season. And what a battle. He's going to burn her down. Season 2 champ. Awesome to see. Puts it in the championship spot. Let's go ahead and let's drag him in here. Randy, do you got a copy?
I got you.
According to our calculations, we're not 100% sure, but we think, as you drive towards a mess on the back straightaway, you are the Season 2 champion. Congratulations.
Yeah. Say thank you. I really didn't expect to be able to outrun Nate, but he had some troubles there. I think he sped there on the last stop. I had a good stop, came out in the lead, and it was just to bring it home there. So yeah, I just want to thank everyone that has been here all year. Or say thank you for putting on the broadcast all year. Yeah, guess now we're gonna have a big demo derby here. Hope you're ready to watch this.
Okay, that works. So demo derby to internet. You can count it down or do whatever. We're going to keep talking to you. But obviously your league, Speedzone Esports, it's been a lot of fun to take part in broadcasting and watching it because every race is so competitive. The top 5 was all within a second of each other there at half point of the race. But when Nathaniel sped, what was your confidence level when you realized you had the lead? Did you think he was going to be able to get back to you? Or did you kind of know that if it went green, you had a good shot at it?
Yeah, well, I, or say the start of the race, I was able to stay with him for the most part. And so when he, and then of course he had to take damage there at the stage. So, and he didn't get too far to the front. So when he sped, I felt, or say pretty confident. I was just hoping there were, or say there wouldn't be another yellow, and or say luckily we ran to the end green.
Yeah, obviously it was able to go well for you there at the end. Everything played out right. I see you're getting tag teamed right now. My gosh. But I mean throughout the race.
Marcella.
Oh my gosh. But throughout the race, what was your thoughts on the tires and how hard were you trying to run throughout the runs, and how do you think that affected you as the tires wore in the later parts of the race?
Well, I'll be honest with you, I didn't feel very good at all when the sun was out. I was pretty tight and kind of struggled there at the end of the stage, I felt like. But once the sun went down, that second run there, and then there at the end, the car felt pretty good. I was actually getting a little loose on the long run. So, yeah, I was able to keep the tire pretty even, on the right side. So that was good. And, yeah, if it would have been a day race, I don't know, it might have been a different outcome.
Well, you put on the performance you needed to end up getting the championship. You get the race win as well, so you ended the season with 3 wins. We see it a lot in real life, having to win the race to win the championship, but you just did it just to, because you had to, with the points format that we had. But looking to next season, Randy, give us a few things, kind of when you're thinking about the next season starting. Want to give you a chance to talk about the league since it is yours and everything coming up.
Yeah, probably just gonna wait till the real season starts. I kind of like just kind of following, like the real deal. I feel like when you try to do leagues in the off season, people kind of lose interest because they want to do other things. But yeah, probably gonna be looking around February or so for the Xfinity Series. Still got a few races left with our Wednesday trucks that we're trying to start off, so that will hopefully hold us over till then. But yeah, after the first year, we'll probably, start some recruiting, start advertising, and start gearing up for another season.
Well, we are looking forward to it because this series is so fun to watch, very competitive throughout, and just one last congratulations on being the Season 2 champion.
Yep, or say thank you.
Randy Arms gets it done for the championship. Does a little bit of a demo derby and a back straightaway burnout. Let's go ahead and talk with our P2 finisher. Or should we talk with, you want to talk with P2 or do you want to talk with Nate after the heartbreak? I don't know. I'd feel bad interviewing him, but I think we have to give him his shot.
Yeah, let's pull Nate up here.
All right. Nate, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, it came down to was it a speeding penalty?
Yep, barely.
So a speeding penalty. You made your way back up to 4th. You needed to get to 2nd to have it. You were tied with Randy for most of it, and you would have gotten the tiebreaker. What did you think after you got the penalty, and what was the chances to get back up to the front?
Oh, I knew the odds were pretty low there. I just had to drive like hell at the start of the run, try to make it as many spots as I could, and just honestly drive as hard as I could. It just wasn't enough.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that there, and I mean that just shows how hyper competitive this league is. One little mistake costs you there big. It's unfortunate, but you had the speed throughout the night. It was really exciting watching you drive. How did you feel? We asked Randy this. How did you feel with the tire saving and honestly the track development as the sun went down and there was more rubber laid down?
Just tight the whole night. Wish I could have got more on the rear there. Started shifting and then started to get a little wiggly on me, but track just kept getting tighter and tighter. So that's just not how I drive my race cars, and kind of showed that I was just never able to crack that P1 and pass and drive away. Just a rough night overall.
Yeah, Phoenix did not seem to. Honestly, Phoenix seemed to be, when you needed it, one of your worst races of the season because you have been so good all year long. 4 wins on the season, 4 poles. Was leading coming into the night. Pretty much the only week that you didn't lead the points was after tonight's race. But heading into next season, we know that you will more than likely be back, correct? So what is your thoughts, and what are you looking forward to coming into next season?
Looking forward to a good schedule. Hoping to maybe vote on a schedule or something here. Maybe in the season at Homestead. I feel like that one's always a good show. We put on quite a few good shows at Homestead before. Just looking forward to racing with full field again. I mean, even tonight, 16 drivers is a good turnout for the end of the season, pretty much. So, just excited.
Yeah, this league is a lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to broadcast. So we're gonna let you get your shout outs, who you'd like to thank, and send you back to the lobby.
Yep. Shout out to the wife who's maybe watching downstairs, maybe not. Maybe hear yelling like 3 seconds. But shout out to you guys, put on a good product season or all season, giving me something to relic on. There she is yelling. All these drivers, great group of drivers. I mean, what was tonight? 2,800 SOF. That's higher than a lot of top splits half the time. And just the admin team putting this all together, making a schedule, putting together sessions. It's a decent amount of work, and I just appreciate everyone.
Well, we appreciate you for racing it and making it such a good battle to the end with the points, and awesome to watch how everybody was able to come show out and make it a fun one. It looked like the top five were all the top five for a little bit was all within a second. So you guys put Phoenix to make, you guys made Phoenix a show, and that's hard to do sometimes.
That's
but
saying something because this track.
I think
something else.
Oh yeah, especially with the Xfinity car, it helps with that. But congratulations, runner up in the points, but a very good season for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Nate comes home there in second in the points. Let's go ahead and talk with Kevin coming home in P2 for the race. Kevin, you got a copy?
Maybe.
Well, my friend, P2. What did how'd you do that? Huh? I did not.
I have no idea. Don't ask me. We started shifting. I don't think anybody else was shifting.
I was wondering that. There was a few sound glitches at some point of the race where the shifting may have been a factor, but you've gained a lot of speed throughout the year, learned a lot in this Xfinity car. Tell us, where did you find your speed compared to everybody else? It looked like at some points you were a little bit faster than Randy at the end of it. What did you need to go get him?
For him not to be racing for a championship. I didn't want to mess up his race and championship, or else I probably would have pushed a little harder. I mean, I was already giving it everything I had. I don't think I would have got him anyway.
Nick?
Oh, my bad. I mean, yeah, we watched it there at the end. It looked like you really gained speed throughout the race, learned some stuff. What do you think you were able to get out of tonight? Like, what do you think before the race you didn't know that you now know that was helping you get up there at the end?
Shifting works at Phoenix for me. I don't know. I'm terrible at Phoenix. I was running back with Wyatt for the first stage. Now he started shifting.
Yeah, shout out to Wyatt. You know that you're
It's
running
like as
bad
soon as the
when you're
track
running with
started
Wyatt.
changing, we found speed. I don't know.
Yeah, did the track start to tighten up with the rubber and the cooler temperatures, or did it? Because did you run any
I mean,
officials
some
this week?
people said it was tightening up, but I felt like it was turning better when it got night.
Well, that's kind of what I thought, and we were talking to Randy about it pre-race with trying to get the temperatures and the rubber on the racetrack to line up. But I figured when the track temp went down, the sun went down, the rubber would tighten up the track, but with the temperature changing, it would help the car turn, so it'd keep it about
I think
even.
it definitely helped.
But yeah, I wasn't sure on that. But how did you run any officials this week to where you may have
Yeah,
thought
I did
about
one.
shifting?
I got wrecked 4 times.
Well, that's impressive, getting wrecked 4-1. But to round off the season, coming home P2, tell us what's your confidence heading into next season after gaining so much experience this year, and what are you excited about in the next year? But also go ahead and give your thanks on who you'd like to give a shout out to.
Well, we'll have to see what the schedule's like, because I feel like the schedule just worked out for me. But we're feeling good. We're feeling much faster this year, so I'll thank y'all for broadcasting, Randy and all them for putting the Speedzone back together and running. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you running and making it a show, Obviously, the better of the Richies. Still racing and not watching some feet ball or whatever he does. So shout out to Kevin coming
I
out
think
in.
he's showering right now.
Well, that's even worse. Anyway, good night. Good job tonight, Kevin.
Thanks.
Kevin home in P2 for Kevin. Was it Mazzella came home in P3 there, Nick? Mazzella did come home in
Yeah,
P3.
he did. The pizza man, apparently.
Pizza Man. He owns a pizza shop, so he we call him the Pizza Man because his last name sounds like mozzarella, and he owns a pizzeria. So let's go ahead and talk with him now. Drag him in here. Let's.
It just
Jonathan
starts.
Mazzella, do you got a copy?
Oh, I do, man. It was mid conversation.
I
What's
know.
up?
How's it going, my friend? Coming on P3. Not a bad night for you.
Nah, car felt great until the sun went down. I was fast until the sun went down, and then it got tight for me. But it was a good race.
Yeah, biggest mover of the night, I think. Honestly, where'd you start? Because you didn't start up front. You didn't.
I want to say it was like 8th or 9th,
I'm gonna
something
check
like
here.
that.
You started. Yeah, you started seventh. Kevin may. Yeah. Actually. Yeah,
Around-
Kevin
around
would be the
6 or
biggest
7?
mover. Yeah. Oh Jesus, you're too old.
Yeah.
You
I got
started
kids.
seventh. You gained a lot of spots there early in the race. You were making up a good spots. Kevin would have been the biggest mover, but coming on P3, not a bad night for you. You gained a lot throughout the night, just kind of slowly picking your way off. You saw a few incidents, were able to avoid it, but how hard was it to pass here at Phoenix? We know it's maybe not the most racy racetrack, but with these Xfinity cars and this group of people, it's so competitive, and it seemed pretty easy and hard at the same time to make passes.
Yeah, it was extremely hard. For me, my saving grace was turn 3. I was able to get in there a little harder than other people and make something happen through the dog leg. But like I said, once that sun went down, that little advantage went away for me. So yeah, really hard to pass. Good race. I was trying to just be fast while staying out of the way, and I think I accomplished that tonight.
Yeah, it certainly looked like it. Great run out there. Got P3. You talk about it getting tighter as the day went on, as the night came over. We're hearing different things. Some people were saying it's getting tight. Some people felt like it was turning more. But regardless, what do you think got you that P3? What do you think was your advantage, or what do you think went right for you throughout the race?
The X factor.
Yeah, like I said, turn 3 for me, I was eating them up on turn 3, just getting in the corner, and we call it backing it in motorcycle land, but just basically I was turning right going into that corner, just on the brakes so hard. So it worked until it got too tight, and then I couldn't turn the center of the corner after doing it. So yeah, that's what happened with me.
Nice.
Well, we to round off the season finale, got a podium finish, good momentum building for next season. What is your excitement level coming into next season? What are you excited for, and what is your confidence with a good run after tonight heading into that season?
No, I'm just glad to be around my friends every night and be able to race them competitively without any issues, and just great, happy for the league and happy for your broadcasting, and can't wait to see you broadcast Monday night. That's going to be fun.
Oh yeah, we're going to start broadcasting a few different deals that you are in, so we're going to see Mazzella around here a little bit more. But yeah, we go ahead and give your thanks and who you'd like to shout out, and we'll let you go.
Well, the league, all my friends in it, broadcast booth, all the fans watching, all 3 of them. No, I'm just kidding. And and iRacing, and just appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Jonathan Mazzella comes home MP3. Well, Nick, your first broadcast here with Speedzone Esports. Tell us what you thought about it, how close the points was, and how you thought the racing was throughout the night.
I thought the racing was really good, really competitive. All the guys in here seem very chill, but very, again, very competitive, very fast. Some of them, and I don't know, it was just a vibe. I love broadcasting it. Thank you for having me up here. I'd be happy to do it again.
Yeah, we might have to work on something. We obviously, Randy mentioned it, the truck series on Wednesday night, so we're gonna have a little bit of racing during the off season, and then we have that'll be starting up little bit of a mini season for that. So that'll end about the same time within a month of the Xfinity starting up. Then we'll try to keep the trucks next to it. So we might be able to do 2 races with Speedzone a week. So Nick, if you want to join for the broadcast, I know Alex wasn't able to make it due to work tonight, but with 3 of us in the booth, that could be a lot of fun, and seeing what everybody was driving on pit road, bouncing ideas off each other, that could be a cool idea for you if you are able to do that with us. But yeah, would you want to join me tomorrow night then for the trucks as well?
I don't know. I'll have to talk to my manager and see what I got on the schedule, but I'll certainly see what's up.
Yeah, we know that you're a race driver as well, so maybe you could do a on and off during the season and all that. But I appreciate you for coming out and broadcasting with me and helping me out, because it was a lot of fun and a big help for you. So I do want a big thanks to Nick. But season finale, Randy Arms is your champion. Season 2, like Randy said, sometime in February the season will start up. Season 3, and then we have the trucks on Wednesday night. So we'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow for the truck series. Have a good night.